Hey there. So, my cat Sappho died this past Sunday night, Monday morning, sometime in the wee hours. So that's what I'm going to talk about this week. Just my cat Sappho. This is Social Justice Alchemy. I met Sappho back when I was in grad school. I was, this was in 2005, 2006 sometime. I had already, gotten a cat, baby girl, who was still with me and lying over by the door to my bathroom. Baby girl has never been fond of other cats. She was a rescue. She had been abandoned in an apartment complex. I had tried getting a kitten to keep baby girl company, but she wasn't having none of that. So, Sappho wasn't, an expected addition to my household, is what I'm saying. I had been out enjoying the bars there in Tempe, Arizona, with some friends. My friend Aaron dropped me off back at my apartment. Don't drink and drive, kids. And I heard this cat crying. And I looked over, and there was Sappho. Kissing noises, and she came running right over to me. Aaron, who managed to get her car turned around in this time, said, "You're going to keep that cat, aren't you?" Yeah. Yes, I was. I picked Sappho up, carried her inside, and that's when I realized that she was filthy as hell. My hands were just black with schmutz from petting her a little bit and carrying her into my apartment. She was starved for affection and food. So she had been out on the streets, in the parking lot, whatever, for a while. Cats are pretty obsessive about staying clean, and the fact that she was filthy indicates that she had been so hungry she was spending all of her time looking for food and none of it keeping herself clean. So that is how I met Sappho. Like I said, she wasn't an expected addition. She wasn't entirely welcome. Baby girl didn't like her. Never did. Never has. 14 years, baby girl never warmed up to her. I called the rescue organization that I got baby girl from, Mild Cats at ASU. That's a play on the Wild Cats, Arizona State. University of Arizona. Arizona State is the Sun Devils. I was at grad school at Arizona State. They said they didn't have room for her, but they would help out with shots and getting her neutered and so on. They said she'd already been spayed, but they went ahead and gave her the shots anyway. And I held on to her, waiting to see if anybody would claim her, put up signs or anything. Nothing turned up. And eventually I had a new cat. Sappho spent a couple of days hiding in my closet. And that is where the name came from. I couldn't think of any other famous lesbian besides Ellen. So Sappho it was. Eventually I lured her out the same way I did baby girl, can of tuna. Showed her around the apartment. She settled in fairly nicely. Sappho was always a much smaller cat than baby girl. Baby girl clocks in at a fairly hefty 14 pounds. Sappho only ever clocked in at 7. She was a tiny little tabby. Black tabby was Sappho. Sappho was always a snuggle bug. Very, very, very friendly with me and with others. Always willing to wrestle, willing to play. It also just wanted to curl up in your lap, be friendly, be close. And that didn't really change over 14 years. She was always very much a people person. She liked being around people, liked making friends. She always stayed near me when it was me, her, and baby girl. When I moved in with my parents for a little while there, she was perfectly happy to be friendly with my parents. She was always happy to be friendly with my brother, spending time in his room now that we're sharing an apartment. She was about 4 years old when I found her there in that parking lot. And that was about 14 years ago. She was about 17, 18 years ago. She was about 17 or 18 now. Or she was. And she started having a rougher time of it this last year. After I moved down here into this apartment here in Sumter, she got really scraggly, really rough looking. She was just not doing well at all. I took her to see a vet, and they said, yeah, she's clearly lost a little weight, and the blood work shows that her kidneys aren't doing so well. I put her on a special diet. I started buying, fancy kidney healthy food for cats. And that helped a lot. It really did clean up her coat, made her a lot more comfortable, a lot more happy. She, didn't really get back up to her old weight, but she was doing a lot better. Until these last few months, when she obviously started having more trouble again. She lost more weight, she got more bony, more skinny, and she was having trouble keeping herself clean. She got a little bit of matted hair on her haunches, just because she had lost that flexibility. She was eating less, drinking less water. I took her into the vet again, and they gave her a steroid shot to try and perk her up, and I got an intravenous fluid kit for her so I could try and help her stay hydrated. She absolutely hated that. Me, stabbing her in the butt with a needle. Just giving her not intravenous, but subcutaneous fluid. Giving her just a shot of saline right under her skin. Either the steroids or the fluids helped a little bit, but she continued to deteriorate. I tried to make sure she had food. I brushed her, every day to help her stay clean, help her with the matting of the hair. But she kept losing weight. When we came back from Thanksgiving, we went up to visit my parents, and we came back, and I don't know that she ate at all that last weekend. She was sleeping a lot. I was planning to take her into the vet Monday morning, just to say she's doing really, really poorly. She's lost even more weight. She's even less active. I was thinking it might be time to put her to sleep so that she wouldn't. Woke up Monday morning, went to the doctor's office. I had a stress test myself. And it was first thing in the morning. Basically rolled out of bed, got dressed, ran to the doctor's office, came home, checked on her first thing, and she was cold and stiff. She had crawled inside of an empty box, just the right size for her. This has been kind of a tough week because of that. She was just a really good friend, and now she's gone. But, I don't really know or care about ordinances or things like that. I just went ahead and buried her nearby. And now, instead of 2 cats and a dog, our house has 1 cat and a dog. I don't know, if I would ever, I'm always going to have pets. I don't know if I would want another kitten anytime soon. I still have Baby Girl, and she still hates other cats. But, don't think I could ever actually replace Sappho. That just... No, nothing like that. This was something that was a long time coming. Sappho dying, something I'd been anticipating with quite a bit of dread. But it was still... It was a shock and a blow when it happened. Just because you can't really prepare for it. And, it's not so much I've been struggling with it all week, but dealing with it all week. So, you've got yourself a little fur baby. Go ahead and give him some extra snuggles for me this week, why don't you? That's where I'm going to leave it. Nice, short little ramble about my little Sappho. A sweet Sappho. I'll see y'all next week.